Men and a teenage boy are lucky to be alive, according to a lifeboat crew, after their boat sank 12 miles off the coast of Norfolk. They were picked up this morning by the Caister Lifeboat. The former fishing trawler lost power and started taking in water.
This was the Caister Lifeboat coming into Great Yarmouth this morning. On board, the two men and the 13-year-old boy. Paramedics were there to take them to hospital. The weather this morning was bad. A 2.5-metre swell, rain and a 25-mile-an-hour wind.
One of the other guys saw a bit of debris in the water and we were right on top of it, and the first glimpse we got was these three little faces looking at us, just hanging on to everything they could. There was a young 13-year-old boy who had a life jacket on, and the other guys were just hanging on to the buoy and anything he could grab hold of, gas bottles, anything. They were in a dire situation.
The Caister Lifeboat had gone out looking for the former fishing vessel, the Viking, which had sailed from Lowestoft to a point 12 miles off the coast at Haysborough. The Viking was out overnight but lost all power. The position was found by locking on to a mobile phone signal. This part of the Norfolk coast is notoriously dangerous for shipping because there are so many sandbanks and so many shipwrecks. It's thought the people on the Viking were there to dive on one of those wrecks. It's thought the two men and the boy have been treated for shock but are otherwise uninjured. Ian Barmer, BBC Look East, Caister.
Police are renewing their appeal for information a year after a man was found with head injuries on his driveway in Eye. Richard Clark, who was 73, died later. Police say they have yet to establish a motive for the attack. They believe someone in the area holds a key piece of information that could solve the murder. A man's been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for causing the death of a cyclist in a road crash in Southend. William Nash, who was driving a Vauxhall Astra, pleaded guilty to hitting cyclist Nigel Garrett. Nash has also been disqualified from driving for 4 years.
The father of Dinah McNichol, the teenager from Essex who was murdered, says her killer should never be allowed the right to appeal. Peter Tobin is serving life for the murder of 3 young women.
Ian McNichol in the red hat and Michael Hamilton arriving at Chelmsford Crown Court together. It was the day serial killer Peter Tobin, the man who murdered their daughters, was told he would die in prison. But now the families of Tobin's victims are angry that the killer's challenging one of his sentences.
I mean, all our family's upset. All the Hamilton family are upset. And every time it comes up, he's laughing at everyone. He's laughing at his victims' families. He's insulting his victims by laughing at them.
Dinah McNichol vanished in 1991, hitchhiking home to Tillingham in Essex. Her body was eventually found buried in the garden of Tobin's former home in Margate in Kent, alongside the body of Vicky Hamilton. Mr McNichol says Tobin should be denied a court appeal because he believes the killer has sacrificed his human rights.
He hasn't got any. He threw those out the window when he committed these heinous crimes. And that's him. So he's got no rights at all.
Mr McNichol says any appeal would be disrespectful to Tobin's victims. Gareth George, BBC Look East.
The police in Suffolk are warning that action will be taken against anyone organising an illegal rave. It comes after 2 raves were closed down at the weekend. One was in a field at Colford near Bury St Edmunds, and 100 people were waiting near the beach at Corton for a rave on Saturday evening. People in Sheringham could get a vote on whether a Tesco store should be allowed to open. A previous application was rejected by the District Council in March, 14 years after their first application. The so-called lotto lout has failed to appear in court on charges of drink driving. Michael Carroll was expected at the Magistrates' Court in King's Lynn this morning. Earlier this month, his luxury home in Norfolk was sold for a reported £142,000. This is what it looked like when Look East filmed there in February.
A new community gym has opened in the market town of Stalham in Norfolk. It has 140 members and opens 3 times a week. Equipment was bought with a grant from the lottery, and members say others could follow their example.
It doesn't look much like a gym from the outside. That's because it isn't. Most of the time it's the Baptist Church Hall, but 3 times a week the gym equipment comes out and the members row, step and cycle their way to health and fitness. £10,000 from the lottery, plus one or two other charitable donations, and the Stalham Community Gym is off and running.
We want to try and encourage people to become more fit and healthier. And it's a good spirit. Everybody enjoys coming here, and I think they are feeling the benefits of it.
People in Stalham used to have to travel to find a gym to Norwich or Great Yarmouth, but now it's right on their doorstep.
I think that's brilliant. That's amazing to have a facility like this in a village. So many people have to travel to Norwich, and I think that's just an amazing opportunity.
I think a lot of people in Stalham like it. Get them together, don't it, and keep fit.
Is it helping?
Yes, definitely. And it's such a fun, friendly place, and there's no real heavy competition. You can just do your own best, which is good.
To the left, here we go. 1, good. 2, 3.
2 instructors are paid for by the membership subs, 140 members at the moment, but they want more. As the government wrestles with how to solve the problem of obesity here, they think they might have found an answer. Mike Liggins, BBC Look East, Stalham.